I've been seeing lots of videos by new YouTubers of my age bracket, um, making a go of things and kind of maybe talking about why. And in my case, I have been online long enough that, I have a YouTube channel. It's here. But I stopped uploading to it because I felt very much defeated by everything, by, the algorithm and by my less than stellar ability with camera work. And I also just felt gross. Like, just my energy was in a really bad place, and I didn't want to necessarily put that into video form. But that's sort of why I stopped uploading. I was, just comparing myself to other people and not seeing the same kind of progress that they were apparently making, and judging myself harshly and kind of telling myself, well, why everybody else is better than you is because they're better than you. And you're awful, you stupid dummy. These are the things that one tells himself. But the reason I came back to it is because I want to prove not only to myself but to my son mostly that people can change and people can improve. It is indeed possible, and maybe one day he wouldn't necessarily feel as inclined to tar me with the brush of being this terrible person, because in his mind I'm a terrible person because I was not there for him the way I had every intention of being, but I wasn't in reality. All for reasons that are not to do with him at all. It's completely my own history and my own stuff that just took over and, made me struggle a lot with my mood problems. And, I was heavily medicated and unable to do anything. I was basically disabled and housebound for a decade because I was too big. I couldn't go places very easily. It was hard to go places, so I missed out on a lot of stuff. And in my son's mind, it makes total sense that he feels this way. I get it. I'm not angry about it because I get it. That, in his mind, I just was this absent parent who, I lived in the house, but I didn't do anything much with him. And, that makes me a bad person in his head. And I get it. But I also want to show him that, while life was garbage for such a long time, it's not now. And what had to happen to make it change like that was for me to go, right, this is not where I wanted to be with my life at this age. This was not what was supposed to happen. My whole life just went completely sideways. As soon as the baby was born, really. Everything just, all the goals and desires and ambitions that my husband and I had disappeared. Like we didn't have any idea about anything. It was a very difficult experience to go through, and a very long and slow, lonely process of growing apart, basically. And when I was finally able to understand that, not feel gross about it, not feel like a failure about it, and I was able to find a place of my own to live and a way to get here, you know, things started to improve. So I want it to be kind of understood by my kid that people do evolve. It is a possibility, and it's okay that, you know, it's okay that he's angry and will probably proceed to be angry for a long time to come, you know, because that's kind of the nature of these things, unfortunately. Ask how I know, let's say. So I decided to come back to just be like, right, hey world, I was pretty defeated for a long time, but a lot has changed since then, and here I am again, hoping to connect and create community. That's been a bit of a hurdle and a challenge, really. I connect with people through their videos and talk that way with them, but I don't tend to get a lot of engagement or comments on my own videos. Not really sure why, but that seems to be the case. And it's a little disheartening, not gonna lie, but I know that these things take the time that they take, so I'm not willing to give up yet, but yeah, that's the decision to come back. So I hope that makes sense. Before I go, I should say there's a subscribe thing right there, and probably a video right down there that you can go and see. I'll see you later.